Hey everyone, and welcome to a Training Thursday. I just wanted to connect with you guys and give you a little bit of some ideas about giving feedback. So, hey, just in case anybody who is joining us, you might be joining us on the replay or some other means. It's wonderful to spend some time with you guys. Hey Moira, hi anybody. Say hello and pop a message in if you are around. So I've been getting a lot of messages behind the scenes on people asking how they could talk to their boss, how they could talk to their particular colleague. Maybe you've got a beef with somebody who is a colleague or someone who you think you're collaborating with and they're not getting back to you. Maybe you've got a little bit of like a with somebody when it comes to, maybe they're putting together your website or they're working with you. Maybe they're organizing your timings when it comes to your timing clinic. Maybe they are actually an employee in your clinic and you are trying not to be icky and weird even though you're totally off your face frustrated about something. And I've got a really easy, how many steps is it? 6-step process. 6-step process to giving feedback without sounding like a total asshole. And I have used this to sack people. I've used it to give people feedback on and create a change in my business that I really wanted to happen for quite some time, that I didn't really get the shift and change happening until I actually sat down with this particular feedback model. I've had this particular feedback model to get people to pay me more. You know, there's all sorts of ways and reasons that we want to get feedback to somebody to get a shift or a change in the way that something is happening for our business or not happening for our business, which is often the case. This is really helpful when you're not getting a response back in an email that you expected in a timely fashion. It's also when somebody is ghosting you or disappearing on you. And it's particularly helpful if you are working in a multimodality clinic with other staff members and either you are an employee or an employer and you are trying to give feedback without sounding like a total asshole. So, here it is. It's a 6-step process and it's kind of been modeled off a friend of ours who runs an amazing company called Amazing People. And it's about how you can communicate better, create leadership potential, and have courageous conversations. And this is a courageous conversation kind of template. All right, 6 steps. Are you ready? It's called SBINOA. SBINOA. S-B-I-N-O-A. SBINOA. SBINOA feedback model. So, first one is the situation. This is the situation. So, Mary, the situation is you've been late to work. We have to talk about your punctuality at work, right? That's the situation. The situation is the punctuality at work. A secondary example might be we've got to talk about you not delivering what you said you would when it comes to, I don't know, my social media or some other thing, right? So you're talking about the situation. You're not bringing in any emotion or feelings about this. You're literally just stating the situation. Your punctuality at work, Mary. You're not delivering on the social media that you said you would. Something like that, right? Second one is behaviour. What is the behaviour this person is doing? So, Mary, we have to talk about your punctuality at work. Your behaviour is that more than 6 times in the past 30 days you have been late to work. All right? Or, secondary example, Bob, you're not delivering on the social media posts that you said you would. And your behaviour is, we agreed that we would be doing 30 social media posts and I've only seen 8 of them. Right? So your behaviour is you're not delivering on. So again, we're not bringing in emotional feelings. We're just stating the facts. The facts are the situation, and then the secondary one is the behaviour. Next one is the impact. So first we've got the situation, then we've got the behaviour, then we've got the impact. So the situation is your punctuality at work, Mary. The behaviour that you're exhibiting is that you've been late to work 6 out of 30 times. The impact that that's creating, and then you're going to go, what's the financial impact? What's the impact when it comes to your culture of your staffing or your workplace? What's the impact when it comes to other people around you? What's the impact when it comes to you personally? And what's the impact on, especially financially, what kind of impact is that making when it comes to how much money could be being made or how much money is being taken away by those things not appearing? So when it comes to punctuality, you might be missing certain clients that are coming in the door at a certain time. You might be missing opportunities to sell extra herbs or other bits and pieces. The impact for our business is, the impact on me is, again, you're letting go of the emotional or feeling side of things and you're stating the facts. Hey, Amy, and anyone else who's listening. So the impact of somebody not delivering on your social media posts might be that the algorithm isn't picking you up. You expected to see a certain amount of people increase on your numbers, on your reach or on your engagement, and the impact is you're not reaching those people. And therefore, that might be 10% of those might have turned into clients, paying clients, and therefore it's actually $500 that you're losing over a month if that person isn't regularly posting your social media posts for you. Right? So you can see how you're giving an impact without going, the impact is you're being a bitch and I don't like it. The impact is it's not working for me and I don't want to do it anymore. The impact is not without all of the emotion and the feelings attached to it. The impact is really, really important to step away and to step back and consider what's the actual impact on what's going on and what role do both of you have to play in that. So when it comes to feedback, we've got situation, behaviour, impact. So what impact is that making on yourself, your business and your finances? Moira says, I'll have to have this conversation with myself, re my social media. Yeah, but when you really dive deep into the impact side of it, it changes the way you experience it, because what happens if you are actually losing money from that traction and action that could be being taken? What happens if you are missing the reach that you are going to be having there? We have people who I've had to give feedback before about websites not being delivered on time, because the impact of my website being down is huge. I get 180 visits a day on my website, and if 10% of those are going to convert into something, then that's money that's being lost by my website not being up. The impact of you not emailing me back. Now, this is a really common one where people get overwhelmed, they get ghosted, they disappear for some reason. Sometimes it's their dog needed to go to hospital, sometimes other random things, but they don't get into communication about why they've disappeared and they haven't answered your email. And so the impact of you not answering the email is that I have been needing to check my emails more regularly. I haven't been able to move forward with X, Y, or Z. I was expecting whatever it happens to be, but your impact needs to be delivered in a way that is free of the cranky face kind of stuff that we often drag into the conversation. So impact, yeah. Amy says, yep, I've had to have these impact conversations too. Totally. And so we've got situation, behavior, impact. Then we're going to talk about your needs. So what I need from you is the website that you said you would deliver. Or what I need from you is an answer so that I can choose either one way or the other. What I need from you is you to turn up to work on time, every time for 30 days. Right? So then you're going situation, behavior, impact, and then what I need from you is. And then the question arises, what do they need from you? Now, this is the bit where you've got to kind of suck it up, because at some point, it's a 50-50 situation. There's a reason that the whole situation has got to a point where you need to give feedback, because they're obviously not getting something from you to be able to provide whatever it is that you're asking them to provide. So now you have to be open to getting what do they need for that to be a reality. So for instance, with our example with Mary, who's late for work all the time, if we need her to be on time for work 30 days out of 30 days, what does she need to be on time? And she might have a situation that she hasn't told you about when it comes to her kids, her dog, her something or other, her IBS, and she has to stop on the way to work. But this is an option where you can both have a conversation, and it's a conversation, so it's a two-way thing. Conversations don't go one way, they go two ways. And so you're open to having a conversation as to what do you need for this to be a reality. And this is the same if you're talking to a VA or if you're talking to somebody who hasn't emailed you or messaged you back. What do I need? What do you need from me to be able to deliver this? Cool. So then we've got needs. Then we've got options. Options is the next level of having a two-way conversation. Okay, so we've got clear on the situation. The situation is your punctuality at work, Mary. Your the behaviour you're exhibiting is you've been late 6 out of 30 times. Your impact is that it's causing us to lose money because of clients and possible sales of herbs. And my needs is that you need to be here on time. Your needs is that you need an extra 5 minutes, or you need to start at 9:30 rather than 8:30, or you would, whatever it happens to be. And then the options. What are our options? 1, I could sack you. 2, you could get somebody else to do that first half-hour shift. 3, we could do something else. What else are you brainstorming, Mary? Now, the same thing goes for your emails. If somebody's not answering your emails, hi, I think I can see 3 options. 1, you could answer my email by the end of this week. 2, you know, I could go with somebody else and they could do something for me. 3, I could literally give up, but I'd really love to know what your answer is. So you're giving them options, and then they've got the opportunity to give options back. And then the last one in SBINOA, SBINOA is the six phases that we're talking about, is an A for an agreement. An agreement is where both parties are saying yes. So both parties are agreeing on what will be delivered by a particular time in a particular way. So the 6th phase of feedback, the SBINOA feedback model. 1, situation. What's the situation? 2, what's the behaviour that's being exhibited? 3, what impact is that having on you, your business, and your financials? 4, what needs are required from you and from them? 5, what options are available to you guys? And then agreeing on an option is number 6, which is the agreements. So what's the agreements that you set out? And they've got to be smart, just like a SMART goal. They've got to be able to be dated and be able to be quantified. And then you can reach another agreement if it doesn't come to that again. So I found this to be extraordinarily useful in so many situations, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So if you're not getting where you want to be when it comes to working with somebody in a collaboration, working with someone in a project, getting information from your association, if you are running around with staff, if you're a boss, if you are being bossed, if you've got clients that you want to give feedback to, if you've got colleagues that you need to give feedback to and you want clarity conversations with, or there might be people that you're working with for free even, that you need to have a clarity conversation so that what you both want out of it is going to be achieved, then SBINOA, this feedback model, is really, really helpful. All right. Hopefully this has been helpful to you or somebody else, and if it has, or if you're considering using it, make sure that you share it and sit down. And I've even got a card with this on it when I've had to have conversations like this about the way that I've had staff or collaborators or people I've worked with, and I've actually gone through it together. Because the first conversation can be a bit icky. Look, I haven't had these conversations before, but here's a model I'm going to use today. So this is the situation, this is the behaviour, this is the impact that it's having, this is the needs that I have, these are the options, what do you see as options, and what can we come to an agreement with, can actually come out really beautifully if you're open and letting go of the outcome of it, because that person probably hasn't had a conversation with you that you needed to have together, because a conversation is a two-way thing. All right, so hopefully that's been helpful. If it has, share it, and I'd love to hear your feedback as to whether or not that's been useful to you. If you are new to the Naturopreneur Hub, we have Training Thursday and Mindset Monday where I do videos. You'll also see them on my YouTube channel or check them out over on my blog at tammyguest.com. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.